Ask.
Last question, Miss Via. Oh, take your time, finish your donut. Does the name, it was mentioned by your friend Lorelei, does that mean anything to you?
Lorelei, let's see. Yeah, I think so. It does sound familiar, yeah. I don't know where from, but yeah, I've definitely heard that before. Maybe she was on the team?
Could I trouble you to try and recall?
Let me think. Yeah, I think, yeah, she must have been, yeah. Yeah, she had long hair? Black hair, I believe. I think I remember there being something with Korik. I don't remember what though. I don't know. They were close, maybe, or I think that was. I think they were close. She knew him more than we. No, that's not right. I do recognize it. She's important. We have to take her somewhere, or we're going somewhere, and she's a part of it. I think.
I believe we're running the mill too hard right now. Does anyone else have any pertinent questions?
No.
Very well. Then I think, Miss Fia, that is all for the time being.
Okay. Can you let me know when it comes?
Certainly. Catherine, would you be so kind as to escort Miss Fia back upstairs?
I suppose. Come on then.
See, this is how we torment people that have to run double duty.
Up you get. Capture a donut, or I'm going to eat it for you.
I don't think Cork can gather his papers when Cork is in a jail cell.
Yeah, she just sort of holds it close to her chest and goes, nah.
It should be Bohan. My bad.
I figured. So, Fia gets returned upstairs. The ward is re-enabled. And Catherine, you come back downstairs.
Alright. Come back down.
So, let me just change the music here. Perfect. Alright. So, I'll ask you guys want to take a little bit of a break, or do you guys want to keep going? I don't mind either one.
Wouldn't mind a 5-minute break.
Okay, 5-minute break. Simple as that. I will capitalize off of it as well. Be right back.
Nice.
Yep. I shall go run off for a cup of tea then. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, apparently I'm on one bar. Am I sounding okay?
For the most part, yeah.
Oh, okay. Why is it saying that?
I'm not, like, hearing any problems or anything.
Oh, okay, good, good. So now I'm just super paranoid.
Understandably so.
Yeah, I'm currently on one bar of internet, so we'll see how long that lasts.
Hopefully until the end of time.
I'm hoping so, or at least to the end of session. And we've got in here.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hey,
My jumper. Are we all back? Or are we still waiting for Fred?
Fred, I believe.
Okay. That's fine.
It's fine. It's getting tea.
okay, does this
It's
button
probably getting
actually...
tea or something.
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
it is
yeah.
working.
Lovely iced tea.
I am back.
Hello.
Welcome back. So, let's get back into it then, shall we? We're all here. Plus rutabaga.
In spirit.
In spirit. In sleepiness. So, let's get back into it. You guys regroup. Well, Catherine, you regroup with the rest of your Enkindler team. Venian is present. He's done some fundamental rudimentary setup for his equipment. But he does go to you guys. So, I've done the necessary things, but the more specialized, well, equipment still needs to be set up. But before I set up any specialized equipment, let me ask. Did anything change? Or do you guys still want me to continue doing that which you requested before? Trying to examine the hair.
No, yes, please. Carry on.
I think the hair's still on. They
Oh,
can
there you
definitely
go.
stay far away from me.
We don't have a reason to not, yeah.
Very well.
Yeah. But yeah, what did you think of all that?
Very peculiar. He said he also has like the papers that not Korik Bohan gave to him. He's like reading over the chronicling of it. Very peculiar.
Yes.
And you've already sent for their witnesses, so to
Indeed.
speak. Well, perhaps these witnesses will enlighten us to, well, anything, honestly, at this point. Beyond the hair, which I will examine in a moment, this is honestly a bit of a dead end. Don't get me wrong, we still have enough, I suppose, charge to keep them, but we're lacking any evidence to convict them with. He gives the papers back to you, Bon.
Yes, especially since none of them can actually remember what happened.
Yes. And
It's a bit of a hope there.
and you believe them that they genuinely do not remember.
Either it's believable or they're just effective liars.
Could be.
Well, if it's the latter, then that is doubly concerning. Regardless, I will begin doing my work. He goes into the space in which he's set up in. He's moved some tables, set up some. It's not artificery like equipment really, but it is like magical tinkering equipment. He begins getting to work. This should probably only take me, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. He sure like gives like a look to you guys.
Okay, well,
It's just
Carry on.
referencing the stuff we have in the Kindler database and such like that. Shouldn't take too long.
all right.
In Kindlers, we have someone here.
Oh,
Yes.
You guys look
did they
up.
have a name?
It's not Carter that says the name. Sigatef. That would be. She Eleni does like the air quotations. Fancy, I believe. You can send a link.
Yes.
All right. Well, you heard her. In you go. The door opens up, and is closed promptly by a very well-dressed man who has. You guys have either through your Enkindler training or by quote unquote experience on the Force. So there's a noir thing. It's a themed mini arc in it. You guys know when someone's handy with a weapon and knows how to walk the walk with such weapons. This man certainly defines such. I don't know, Fred. How do you imagine Sigurd looking? He's your shade.
Yes. Okay. So,
Don't worry, Kirsty. You wanted to do this for Hellbrand. I'll explain why later.
where? So, Fancy is a well-dressed, middle-aged man, well-kept. There's not strong, but there's definitely a hint of cologne that's meant to be noticed about him. He's got instead of being an elderly gentleman, he's got that twinkle in his eye, a easy smile, like he's on the verge of, giving a wink at any given moment. Did someone catch his fancy? But yeah, he's got an elegant rapier at his side, and he definitely knows how to use it. Yeah, he's got a generally inviting posture, body language.
He's got some appeal to him.
He does.
Very well. Very well. So, Fancy enters into, or is allowed rather, into your guys' outpost, Tempo outpost. I believe I was summoned. And that a close friend of mine is here.
So he claims.
So he claims, and I might confirm. Can I see him? He looks very eager.
Of course.
Bohan?
Before we do such, perhaps you can shed some light on a slight conundrum that we have been wrestling this past half hour. Would you be so kind as to describe, in your own words, what manner of man Kaladin Devane is?
You raised an eyebrow at that. Kaladin.
Indeed.
Honorable. Honorable, very righteous. Not self-righteous, actually righteous. He's damn fine with sword and shield. Charismatic in his own way. He's delivered some arousing speeches. Well connected, certainly.
Well connected, you say?
Yes. Is there something wrong with that?
Not at all. And what does he do?
Why, he's a protector. I suppose a more blunt way of saying it would be a defensive contractor. Worser way to put it would be mercenary. I digress on the semantics of it.
A man of renown, then?
Certainly. To anyone in the proper circles. Or anyone who is keen on hiring good protection.
And in terms of his age, would you say that he's closer to mine or closer to yours? Or perhaps to our young man here, Fritz?
He gets like a bemused smile on his face. I won't assume your age, sir. That would be rude. But I suppose closer to mine, older than myself, but between you and I as a metrics, closer to mine. You look really old, to be fair, though, so...
Yeah, I do.
Now then, if you're done questioning on Kaladin, might I see the lad? Cork. Young Needle. Like, his posture, like, stands a bit more upright at Needle. Like, proud manner.
Certainly.
So, you go retrieve him. I'll say it's probably you, Bohan, since you're the one doing it last time. Doesn't take that long to go retrieve someone that's literally just upstairs and the closest door to the left. The only door to the left. Cork, you are retrieved. Fred, you retrieve yourself. And bring yourself downstairs. Love double duty sessions. It's so entertaining. As Cork, you descend down the stairs, like finish the just treading off the last step of it. First off, you see Fancy, obviously. Fancy surges forward and grabs you in a nice big hug. It's good to see you, lad. He looks you up and down. No worse for wear. Good. He looks at Cracks, and I see he like scritches Cracks. Scritches under Cracks' neck. A long bird, I say young, eternal bird is here as well. Keep an eye on him. You're not sure if he says this to you or to Cracks.
Yeah, it's good to see a familiar face at long last.
What brings you all the way out here? I thought
I
you were colony bound.
Was I? I don't.
Yes.
My memory isn't.
You suffered a concussion recently.
Maybe.
We actually haven't had much of a causality to examine him medically, nor are any of us trained medically.
No, but we did find him in a pile of rubble, possible.
And I believe our logistical support is busy at the moment. At rudimentary examination, he doesn't have a concussion. We may like leans over onto his shoulder, the one that Cracks is on, like puts a hand on it. We may have to go take you to a doctor later, just in case.
Better safe than sorry.
Exactly. But he like looks at the company present. What exactly is he here for? Held here for?
Well, unfortunately for the young man, he was found right next to the disturbance that you no doubt have heard.
The beacon. Just
Indeed.
he looks confused. He was found there, under a pile of rubble.
Right before a mysterious masked individual did certain things
Sort of.
in the vicinity.
As you can imagine, that's highly suspicious if you do think. Don't you think?
The young lad professes to have no such knowledge as to whom this person may be or what they are up to. He has been cooperative. But the nature of his lack of memory is concerning.
Likely the concussion, I would wager. But you surely called me here for a reason. What reason is that? Certainly more than to confirm the identity of someone newly arrived. Silence from the killers.
Bohan would sort of look to the others to see if they have anything to add there.
I thought we were mostly just getting into like backup stories that we'd been told.
It's as our friend there says. We need to have you collaborate. Collaborate? Yes. It's very apparent that both Cork and his acquaintance, also upstairs, have gaps in their memory.
Made even more curious, since they both seem to have similar gaps.
Though they both have concussions.
Possible, though I find that to be a little bit of a stretch.
So if you were by chance able to fill in some of these gaps, it would be much appreciated.
Very well. If it gets, he gestures to Cork, him out of your custody faster. I mean, no offense to killers, you've done right by me in all my time here, but I'm sure you can understand why I'm not keen on leaving someone so close to me under arrest.